Kia ora NZ and welcome back to another episode of I Am Me with AMP. I have another special guest that has popped in to have a kōrero with me, have a conversation with me, speaking into his journey in life and certain things that has inspired him or helped him through his journey. But before I get into it, I'd like to wish all of you guys a beautiful and blessed Sunday, and let's get ready to have some really good, deep conversations. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Kia ora guys, I'm Sione Filo. I have a descent of Tongan and Samoan. I grew up down in South Auckland, Papatoe. I've been everywhere in New Zealand. I've been in Australia. I've lived in Australia as well. So my background is pretty much I'm a sports person. I've been powerlifting for 5 years and on the national level as well. So I've been doing a little bit of strongman here and there, but it's awesome to have this opportunity to come on board and talk to Anne.
Exciting. Okay, awesome. Let's get into it. So, so I know this guy from back in the day. He used to be a hardcore Jordan shopper in our stores when I used to work within a certain branding. And was following his Instagram and was able to see all the awesome things that he's been up to. So I thought, why not reach out to the brother and bring him on so that he can help inspire or help like anyone out there that's wanting to understand exactly what he does, and maybe you want to get into it. So, what made you get into powerlifting?
In 2018, I was playing out sports out in Melbourne with my brothers. We were playing tag out there. Then I tore my ACL on my right knee here, as you guys can see this scar there. And when we came back to New Zealand, obviously I had my surgery happen around 2009, at the end of 2018, 2019. So it put me out for like 9 months to about a year. So I didn't had any like motivation of going back into rugby till I feel like my knee and stuff was right.
Fair enough.
So so my cousin Stanley Cocker, which was one of the best powerlifters in New Zealand, reached out to me and he said, "How about try lifting?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, give it a go, see how things are." So I did started. So I started lifting during my rehab, or like coming back after surgery, so post-op rehab. But I didn't do anything like any crazy heavy numbers, just like casual stuff.
What would you say? What is casual stuff?
Just like the basic fundamentals of the movement of the lifts. So nothing too crazy. I was just practicing on how,
Like to safely lift and
yeah,
like make
how,
sure
yeah,
that you're
the
not going to
best
hurt
way,
yourself.
the best way to learn the lifting techniques. And it was crazy because I was surrounded by a lot of New Zealand strongest, like men and
Yo,
women as well. So it was good to be around um, those sort of athletes and that level.
powerlifting. That's crazy. And you've
Yeah,
been doing it for 5 years now.
yeah. This will be my fifth year. Yeah.
So like what are you lifting at the moment?
At the moment, my PBs will be sitting at. I got a 270 squat. My bench is at 195, and my deadlift will be sitting at the moment at 340.
You're like lifting 2 to 3 people that are averaging at like 70 Ks.
it
What in the world?
it takes a lot of time to get
So like,
certain numbers.
yeah, for sure. So, on a mental level in terms of, because it would take a lot of mental power, right? Like
Yeah,
mindset.
yeah,
So what
yeah.
are some of the things that you implement in your life to like keep your mind like, steady and
For myself, just me personally, I don't use motivation in any
okay,
of my trainings because you can only be motivated for a certain amount of
a
time.
hundred percent.
And then after that, it's up to you. So I use more of discipline. So after work, I'm like really knackered. I'm tired, and I have to use the discipline because only I can move the weights I'm doing. So discipline has been big for me in terms of all my trainings, and I've been using it so much that I can go work for 8 hours and then I'll train for 3 hours plus. Depends on the program that my coach has set us.
Yeah, yeah.
So my coach will set us certain program of how many days we need to train. So at the moment, I'm training at 3 days. So I just split it up during the week and spend about 3 hours plus. Yeah.
And do you have to eat a certain way or?
The diet can be consist of like whatever you feel like eating. There is weight classes. Obviously I'm in the 120 plus, so my diet depending on the day of the program.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can have like a big heavy single day where I have to carb up a little bit more than normal days. And then I have the days where it's a little bit more cruisy. I don't have to put too much food in. But with terms of food, like you have to really eat to help recover. Because
Because
compound
you
lifting,
burn a lot, right?
yeah, so compound lifting is really, really, it takes a big toll on your
Your
body.
energy levels.
Yeah,
And you still work a 40-hour job as well.
yeah,
Of
absolutely.
course, right? The
Yeah,
hustle.
the
The
hustle has to
hustle
go
of it
on.
all. Yo,
Yeah.
I love that. Some of the things you get up to.
Other than that, I've been doing BFT as well.
Yeah. So that's like, is that new to New Zealand?
Yeah, it's similar to like F45. I could say, but BFT is like a new movement, and it's so good where I train. Because I train out of the Mount Wellington one.
Yeah, yeah. Do they
Um,
do something where they read your heart rate or something? Like I don't
yeah,
know the full capacity of it, but is there something where they really read into your inner body or something? I don't know. Like
yeah,
your
they do like a Evolt scan where it talks about where
so what is that? What's it called?
the Evolt.
Evolt scan. And so
Yeah,
what is that?
so it's like a I haven't done it. I haven't done it with them, but I've
Yeah.
done it before. It's where they read like how the percentage of fat,
That's
muscle,
cool.
the water that's in your body that
Yo.
contributes to the weight, and they usually use it for when the 8 week challenge is on.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, and
crazy.
yeah, so it's pretty cool. Like with the guys at BFT Mount Wellington, Gene and the
So that's
boys.
your family home.
That is my family home.
Okay, awesome.
BFT, they call it the jungle.
BFT, Mount Wellington, guys.
Yeah,
Something you might want to look into. And so, like, how long have you been going to that gym for?
it's been a year. Been exactly a
Because,
year.
like, because it's franchised, right?
Yeah,
And so, like, is Mount Wellington been there? I swear BFT is super new, though.
yeah, it is. I think
About 2 years or year and a half, maybe?
2 years now for BFT Mount Wellington. I think the first ever one in New Zealand was One Tree Hill.
Oh, wow.
One Tree Hill. But
That's
the
awesome.
jungle was what we call the Mount Wellington one.
The jungle.
Yeah, everyone's animals over there.
Rah!
The animals are there. The jungle one
That is
is
so
like
funny.
it's probably the biggest one in New Zealand, and that's where my family is. The vibes of it is beautiful. Like Gene,
Everyone's super encouraging,
yeah.
eh?
So Gene, the owner, he's always like help push everybody, whether you're an athlete or non-athlete, but he always makes sure that you get the best
That's beautiful.
workout out of
So,
it.
guys, so if you want to join a new movement that is currently come to New Zealand, you can go to Mount Wellington, Papatoe.
There's one in
Is
Manuka.
there any out here at West Auckland and Central?
Yes, Westgate.
Westgate.
There's
Westgate.
Westgate, and there's another one around here.
They're just very personal, eh?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
everyone owns
It's like you
the
get a lot of one-on-one time and stuff,
yeah,
which I think is really cool.
and the good thing about it is that like we see a lot of Pacific Islanders taking control of like the fitness industry.
Lifting. Is there a lot of Pacific Islanders that actually do powerlifting?
They're starting to. They're starting to. Like I said before, I think that there was a lot of powerlifters before my time, and those guys have painted the way for us to come through. And when I started training with Stan, Stan sort of like took what the previous people have done and just went with it. So I reckon like if I personally for me is that Stan reached out to me to start powerlifting, and I started lifting with him, and his accolade speaks for itself.
Cool.
And I probably encourage a lot of people, especially with Pacific Islanders, to come lift because like we're naturally strong.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, like we're just naturally strong.
I like that. Naturally, guys. He used naturally.
Keyword is natural.
Keywords.
Stay natural, I guess.
No, that's awesome. And so, like, let's go back because you did mention discipline.
Yep.
Right?
Mm.
So, what are some of the things that you do for your discipline? Like, is it like you wake up at a certain time or creating really good habits, right?
Yeah, so you just have a routine. I have a routine. So I always try to make 5 a.m. at Mount Wellington, the BFT. And I always wake up at 4. I'll go train, BFT, come back, and have breakfast and stuff, and then I'll shoot off to work.
Yeah.
Work will probably start around about 8, depending on where I am. Finish around about 4, 5 o'clock, and then I get home, get ready for the gym, and then from there go straight to the gym to lift.
How long
Most,
are you at the gym for? After
if
about
I
an
be
hour
honest, nah, 3 hours at least.
every day, or
Not
like
not not
maybe
every
every
day.
second
Every
day?
second day I'll be at the
Because you
gym
need
for.
your body to recover, right? You can't keep pushing and pushing and
That's
pushing.
the good thing about our coach. He always holds us really accountable for our workouts, and our body will start to be conditioned right through the block towards a comp. So
It just becomes natural,
yeah, it
So it
becomes like
just
a
flows. You're
easy
not having to
routine.
like go crazy all in one
Nah,
sum.
yeah. So
That's
but the
awesome.
biggest thing is for the lifters is recovery, like the sleep, massages, stretching.
Oh
I
my
think that
gosh, I have to ask, do you get that thing like where they put it into your body? Like those,
the cupping,
yeah. I
yeah,
always get fascinated by those.
yeah. Was it perfect circle hickeys or something?
Yeah. But like, are they, have you done it
Yeah,
before?
I always
Is
get it.
it sore?
No, no. The people that look after my one, powered by prevention, those guys are
Man, you're
amazing.
mentioning a lot of people. So who is
Yeah,
that? Like, who did you just mention?
powered by prevention. That's run by my girl Ellie, all the way down in Tauranga. We have a clinic up here that I go see.
So how often do you get, is it called cupping?
Yeah, cupping,
I
couple
always
of
get
times,
fascinated when I see athletes and like,
and they have like,
yo, and I'm
yeah,
just like, man, that looks so sore.
it is at the time, but like,
Afterwards, does it feel amazing?
yeah, yeah, it
But
takes a
just like,
lot.
so what does it do? Is it like taking the
It's
toxins out or something?
no, it's just like it just like helps release the muscle before the tension
Oh,
that your
so when it
body's
got,
put through.
yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
you're like straining.
yeah.
So that
So
like kind of just like,
helps relax the muscle.
oh
And
my,
like I got a
you
guy
guys are
here.
fascinated about
I
that,
got I
eh?
got a guy here down in Knoxville. His name is Colum Cephal. He's um he's with Powered by Prevention. I always just message him. I was like, yo, I need this released. I need this released.
Yeah, yeah,
And he
yeah.
always just come through. Always good. And they
Wow.
always and usually like we have an 8 week block leading up to a comp. So my first 4 weeks of the program, my body's just starting to condition. So I just try to get it of from a certain point to a certain point.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah, so my body will be so ready for the lifting at the first 4 weeks, and then on the last 4 weeks of the actual program, you can start tiring out the muscles because of
You're
all the
so used to it. You've been doing it for 5 years that it's just become natural, eh? Like
yeah, it
listening to
is.
you speak.
Yeah, it is because like I said, the routine that I had, not everyone has the same routine
Of course,
because
because
like
everyone has different bodies and,
yeah, and I
like
think I'm
everyone
the
works differently.
I think I'm the only one that does cardio half throughout my whole thing.
I love cardio. What kind of cardio are you doing?
Oh, whatever BFT has.
So BFT does cardio as well.
Yeah,
So what kind of cardio do they do?
it can go from anything from hit cardio, a high intensity cardio,
Wow,
to
cool.
like an endurance cardio.
So they have everything.
Pretty much. Which I don't recommend it. Okay, I don't recommend. Don't lift and do cardio because my coach hates that.
Really?
Yeah, because see
But
my
but what makes you want to do cardio?
I'm just trying to prove a point that you can do both,
Both.
but
Is it
I
tiring?
it is because you want to save your energy. So for
But
example,
like what's making you do cardio? Like what
um,
is there just something in you that's just making you want to do cardio?
no, for me is that these life outside lifting,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I still want to be able to be moving around. I don't. Yeah, I like the look of being big and muscly and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but I still want to be agile. I still want to be light on my
I
feet.
like that.
You know, but
Yo.
like I don't recommend it. Yeah, he is. My coach is right because like it's a high risk of being injured. So if I'm going into like a big comp,
So do you have any big comps coming up at the moment?
no, we just finished nationals.
How did you guys go?
Oh, I finished third in New Zealand.
Good.
So
Awesome. Congratulations.
thank you. It was nice. It was nice. Like
Awesome.
I didn't. I went into Christchurch because it's down in Christchurch. I went into Christchurch not knowing how I was gonna go. Depending, because I'm always like, I'm not nervous at the at comps. I'm just really really quiet. No, because there's everyone's got their own way of like.
And your one's been quiet.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I remember my last deadlift. to place third on at nationals when I was telling the guy that was handling me like, oh no, I want anyone to like, be quiet. I just remember my coach goes shh, and I was just like silent at the back.
And then you were good to go.
Yeah, so once I went on the platform, yeah, I can hear them. They can be loud though.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because but everyone's different. So everyone likes to be hyped, slapped at the back, and
But your one is just you just wanna
yeah, I
like
just want to
take
be
your
chilled.
walk,
I just
yo.
want to be chilled.
I like
You know,
that.
my approach to the platform was a little bit different to everyone else's one. Everyone likes to be loud. Everyone likes being hyped, but
Yeah, it's crazy.
mm,
I'm loving life. I think I'm just grateful for what I have.
yeah, that's the thing.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
it. Like it's nothing else to be
I
honest.
think yeah, I think
It's just being grateful
that's another good point is that being able to wake up.
is a
Yeah.
blessing.
So when you wake up and then you go
Even
to the gym, that's where it starts
absolutely,
from.
even having your family walk out the door to go to work and then come back through, that's a blessing.
Yeah,
Because not everyone gets to walk back through that door and see their loved ones.
yeah, definitely, man. I
But
think that's probably one of the reasons why I do mornings, early
I
mornings, because
love
once you
mornings.
wake up, you're just like, oh,
So refreshed, eh?
yeah, I do.
It's not like back then, like where like every minute was so important to just sleep. Like
Yeah,
when you find your own discipline in life, you start to realize the more hours that you can conquer in the day is so much more refreshing.
yeah, it
You
is.
know,
It is.
it's and to have like a good sleep, like to try and get to bed at a certain time really helps me. I always try to get a certain time. Sometimes I'm doing work or I'm having to do more work from home after work, but I always try to discipline myself to have like a good sleep at least, especially if you're doing 5 o'clock wake ups.
Yeah, I don't know. I like 6 hours sleep.
Yo, that's apparently that's really good. That's what I've been told.
Yeah,
Six
yeah, 6 hours.
6 hours is the threshold that you should get, and anything after that, you only
Is
should hit it to 8.
yeah, 6 hours.
But
I think
six
six
hours
hours is
good.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
reckon the be.
crazy. So what you do 6 hours on a regular usually?
Yeah, because I try to do. I always try to work my program around work or even like BFT. So like
That's
if
cool.
so, for example, if I was on Monday and it's a cardio day, I'll do Monday morning and I'll do
Can't
cardio.
get over your cardio,
And
eh?
then because sometimes Tuesday can be like a strength day.
Yeah.
I will miss the strength days because I'm gonna lift in the evening.
Okay.
So I try not to double my
Of
strength.
course.
But if it's like a cardio day that falls on my lifting day, then I'll do the cardio.
That's
And
crazy.
I only do cardio because like I don't know, it's a theory that I had last year was if I can do cardio, my recovery rate in terms of like the next lift won't be as long.
And do you feel
Hey,
like it's work? That's cool.
usually when I'm at comp, like after my first three lifts, like I'm starting to feel tired. I start sweating. But lately, in my last two comps in Auckland Champs and Nationals, I was just chilling.
Yo,
I was just
so
sitting there. I was just like chilling and just waiting
what's your
for
coach's name?
Dom.
There you go, Dom.
So Dom will be like, "Hey,
You'll
this
be like,
guy."
cut it out, eh?
Yeah. So Dom's been my coach for 5 years. He coaches New Zealand Powerlifting Academy. So he's got a
Wow,
lot of athletes under him.
that's amazing.
And yeah, but I like the only reason why I actually enjoy Dom is that as much as people see my lifts on video, like whether it's on IG or Facebook and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
it looks nice on the video, but Dom will nitpick every,
Everything.
and that's the beauty about it is that
He'll say, this is,
everyone else will see it. Oh, that looks cool. It's like yeah, it does look cool, but behind the
you'll be
scene,
like, why did you do this way? What
yeah,
happened over here?
yeah,
Why
no,
did you go to this angle?
yeah, and that's what I like about it because like um he critiques a lot of my form and
What?
stuff.
So for your recent one, what was one of the critiques that he had stated in it for your recent lift?
My recent lift,
Yeah.
my upper back wasn't tight enough.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a nice. The deadlift was fine, but he was just like, you might need to you might need to sit your hips a little bit lower.
Man,
So it's like
that's impressive.
and some will be like,
Because was he a lifter before?
yeah, he still lifts,
Wow.
but he does weightlifting. He does weightlifting.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Because like so you're doing powerlifting at the moment.
mm.
What are some of the other things that you're possibly looking into going into
Oh
the future? Do you,
damn.
like, just out of curiosity, do you have anything that
Yeah,
you're,
I do. I actually
yeah,
do. I
are you,
really
would
want.
you want to share with us any of that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
cool.
I actually want to do CrossFit.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually want to do CrossFit. That's always
Well,
been something that I
I think you'd
wanted.
be great at it because CrossFit is cardio and lifting, like all of the stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, but
All in
like
one.
it's
So
more like
is that
endurance.
more F45?
Nah, it would not so much. It's like probably like weights and BFT and swimming and
Oh, swimming even.
the swimming and CrossFit.
Whoa,
So
that's
I want to do
hardcore.
CrossFit. Yeah, I do want to do CrossFit
Cool. So
next
you are
sometime next.
going to do CrossFit. So
Yeah,
that will be one of your little ticks on the boxes that you're going to get to.
yeah, I really do want to do CrossFit.
Awesome.
I know it's different from my complex training, but it's something I've always looked into.
Do you feel like you have invested a bit of money into all of this stuff that you're doing? I'm just curious.
Invested money.
Yeah, like because
Yeah.
you do a lot of training and like everything.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
have
you're like
some
mhm.
free membership sometimes.
Sometimes you know what I think that's awesome because health is your wealth.
Yeah, it is. It
Like
is.
you could have all the money in the universe,
It's,
and if you're unhealthy, that money in the universe ain't gonna fix anything.
nah, it doesn't.
You know what I
You
mean?
know.
So that's why I think that's awesome that you invest into yourself.
Yeah, it's like good because you're so caught up in this world where you're investing out
Absolutely.
and you're always forgetting
It should
yourself.
totally.
Yeah.
Your cup should always be filled.
Yeah.
Before you go and try and help someone else, you need to make sure you're filling yourself up
With tequila. I mean, with
with
water.
with tequila.
Water. Water, guys. Water. Oh yeah. So CrossFit. CrossFit. That's what I would do. And I.
Well, like, hold up. Since you said the tequila buzz, I just got to ask you:
Yeah.
do you still drink, or are you not drinking at the moment? Like, do you have?
Oh, throughout my preps for comp.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
When I'm not comping, so at the moment I'm off season.
So you can if you
Yeah,
wanted to.
okay, I
Yeah.
can if I wanted to, because everyone has their own downtime.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna expose anyone, but my downtime is I enjoy doing like hikes.
Oh,
So if I'm not
cool.
lifting, I'll go do a hike,
So
find someone.
who do you go with? Like, who are some of
Nah, so when I do a hike, I always do it by myself because
the?
that's the
Oh, that's
time
cool,
where that's
man.
the time
You get
where
to
I
be
can,
still with yourself.
yeah, so I can have my own thoughts, like reflect on the week and all that stuff.
Cool. That's cool.
Um,
What's some of the places that you've hiked at?
Man, where should I start? I've done pretty much everyone in
Dude, I think I'm
Auckland.
gonna try a hike.
Whitech, I've done Whitech.
How long does Whitec take?
Oh, hour, easy. No, but I only did an hour just because I was just walking pretty slow.
Yeah.
I don't do the hike to do
So
like,
like to go
yeah,
crazy,
hard
you
out.
just do it just to
It's
be
something that I
still,
just,
like just for your own thoughts and
yeah.
stuff.
And I think I like the ones out of Auckland. I
Have you done
drive, you know
anyone?
what? This is a routine I've always done for the last 5 years, is that I have to make sure I climb the mount 4 times. I have to do it in Jan, I have to do it in April and May, and then December.
So like
Four times.
four times a year.
Yeah, it's a routine that I always do.
And that's cool.
And
And you just drive to Tauranga yourself and
yeah,
you just do
do
you.
myself, yeah. I did the hike in the Karangahake Gorge.
How was that?
So beautiful. Going through those tunnels. It's dark, but like it's so good because you're just thinking,
Refreshing.
just like you can sit in your thoughts and just reflect, and that's the good thing about it. I'm not lifting, I'm not touching anything. It's just me and nature.
So
Nature's
that's
good.
some of the things that you do like to fill your cup, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I know
cool.
someone that just has to drink.
Really?
Yeah, and he does really well with it. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, but that's discipline because that's his thing to
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
like,
So he has to get drunk.
Does he have a certain alcohol that he drinks though, or is it just like he just?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like some people have to have certain.
No, yeah, he does. It has to be Jim Beam double black or something.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, but it works for him.
Yeah,
because
for sure. Everyone's different, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like a lot of them have their own downtime, and that's my downtime. I like finding waterfalls. I like the ocean because or anything to do with water, because the water is like, it's sort of like just calms the body
What
itself.
do they call it? You've just reminded me of something. Water is feng shui.
Is it?
Yo, like when you're around water, it balances your life.
Yeah.
Because I think 80% of our body is water.
Oh, some of these. 80% of mine's like probably like 60.
I don't know.
No,
I need to drink more water. That's all I know.
Why? You haven't been drinking
I
water?
drink water, but I need to drink like 2 liters a day. But I don't
At
drink.
least 3. Drink some, you'd probably dehydrate more.
Oh, okay. So water's good.
Water's always.
So what are some of the tips that you can give us that is good for our bodies? That you can just on a general aspect.
Yeah, stay hydrated is
Okay.
one of the best ones. And if you're gonna eat, this is the best way I'm gonna put it. Whatever you put in your mouth, just make sure you can work it off.
Oh.
Because let's be
Hey,
honest.
that sounds. I'm gonna have to sleep at the gym.
Let's be honest with our coaches. Like we love to eat, right? And we love to eat, but when we go to work out, we're the first ones to complain.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you can't just
If
put
you're
order,
gonna
man.
if you're gonna eat, make sure you know what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's like it's good to like be careful what you eat.
I totally get where you're coming from
So
though.
it's like we like to do the easy stuff, but not like to do the hard stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this might sound really simple to everyone out there, but my planking is a minute and a half now. But
Is it?
I used to be really bad. But I'm a gradual. Like I'm not that guy that is trying to go hundies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build momentum and consistency.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like that's the fight against myself. Like every day. I don't film any content when it comes to my like gymming and stuff because that's my own personal.
Yeah,
like that's my personal thing.
Mine is supposed to be like that, but like if my coach needs to see me lift, so obviously it has
Of
to be
course,
posted. Yeah.
of course, because like sometimes this is my point of view. Sometimes when you consistently put stuff on social media, and the moment you stop, it kind of makes you feel worse than it should. When it's your own walk, like it's your own journey, and it doesn't matter what anyone else says about it. Like that's your journey. As long as you get up and you do it again, that's what makes it a success. Like even if you've like, for instance, you go out drinking and you're supposed to go to the gym and you miss it.
Yeah.
You didn't post it. Someone's like, "Oh, what's going on here, man? I didn't see any content."
I think that's it,
right? And then you're kind of like, "Man, I'm so put off, man. I don't want to do it." But it's like, no. You get up, you go to the gym regardless. You do you restart, you refocus, and you just keep going.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So there has to be some personalness to when you're doing something for yourself.
Sometimes I think a lot of people just, we'll put it this way, just don't compare yourself to someone else's journey. Because
don't you feel like
not
that's
how
a lot of people though?
Yeah, I think it's especially in the fitness industry, like
Absolutely.
they complain
Yeah.
About this person being able to do this person, but if you just do it for yourself, it's easier that way. And I've always been asked, do you follow this lifter?
Yeah.
I didn't follow any lifters.
For sure.
I only follow the people that I train with, and those are the lifters I train with. I didn't follow any big lifters.
It's like for myself, I follow people because I genuinely love to see what people are doing. Like I genuinely like I'll go and love it. Like it because I'm like, yo, like they're doing you, like like that's a beautiful thing. It's when people go and they're like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, why do they? Oh, it's like, okay, hold up. Now that's wrong.
Yeah,
that's toxic and so wrong.
Yeah,
I think if there are people that you're feeling that you're comparing yourself to, I would recommend to block. And it's not against the person because you need to make sure your mind is good. Like just block it. Once you become content with yourself, you can unblock. It's all about yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, you have to make sure yourself is good.
Yeah, and like when you judge others, that's a no. Absolute no, because everyone's trying to do their own thing, and social media isn't 100%. Let's be honest.
Nah, it's not.
It's like nobody knows the hardship. Once you find your inner peace, everything's beautiful. I swear, like you really don't care about anything else. You just you just do you.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and you genuinely just are happy for everybody.
That's what I found.
Yeah, and inner peace is beautiful, guys. Like that's something that everyone I recommend needs to really do, and it takes a lot of time.
It does.
It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of consistency.
Patience, that's the word.
Yeah, patience is massive.
Yeah,
because it's not going to just happen straight away.
Yeah, that's
But
what
kept,
I had to learn that.
yeah, absolutely.
I had to know. I had to learn to be patient because
You're just wanting it so bad.
I wanted to hit a certain number
Yeah.
on like a certain lift, and I was like, nah, I can do it. I can do it. And I keep missing it. And then my coach turned to me and goes, that's why you have to be patient.
Yeah.
And
It'll gradually come.
yeah, and I looked at him like this. And you know what?
Hashtag
And you know
side
what?
eye.
He's correct. He was right.
Well, patience is a virtue.
Yeah, it was. He was right.
Patience is 100% a
Yeah.
virtue. Like that's the thing, though. Way like people get into being an entrepreneur, it doesn't just happen straight away. Like nobody becomes a multi-millionaire in 2 seconds. Nobody.
Yeah.
No, absolutely nobody. You have to put in the work.
Mm.
You have to put in the work. So it's strategy is 20% of being successful, and the 80% is working on yourself.
Hey, you like
Straight
that?
up, 80%. Like you have to heal all your inner trauma. You have to speak into what makes you vulnerable. You have to speak into what you're ashamed to speak into, and you have to be uncomfortable.
To be comfortable.
Absolutely. Like you were uncomfortable coming on today, you still did it. That's getting you one step closer to like, building that momentum to what you want in life.
Man, I'm still uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's good though.
Yeah.
Being uncomfortable is good, guys. Like you're not supposed to be comfortable.
We should have done this at a gym.
We can do it at a
Because
gym.
we would have been comfortable as
Yo.
So I reached out to one of the boys that just recently opened up his own gym.
Really?
It's called Catalyst.
Whereabouts?
Down in
Catalyst? In
Yeah,
Rewa?
Catalyst, yeah. So if you guys are down in Rewa, go check out Catalyst HQ. Yeah, so John is like, he's a CrossFitter.
Cool.
So that's the owner. He's another Pacific Islander.
Awesome.
And so I've started training there as well. Yeah, and the same thing with him. Like he's got on his own journey and becoming a business owner.
Yeah.
From being a trainer to a business owner. But that's for him. I just need sort of or like I have to actually like if I'm gonna do a comp, I have to like make sure everything is aligned as well. So like I had to speak to my medical team about like or the guys that look after my knee, what I'm gonna do, and talk to the guys that help with my recovery.
Man, medical team even. Far out. What's going on? Wait, where's my medical team?
So it's just like I'm just trying to make sure that my body will be
100%.
ready. Yeah, will be ready for that. Because like I always have to talk to them, especially when I do comps for powerlifting. Is that I want to know if my body can do. Because I still get pain in my knee after surgery.
Oh wow.
So like even this post op like 4 years, I still get pain in it. So
it has to always be checked.
Yeah, I always want to be sure.
Yeah, of
course. I always want to be sure that like my body will be ready for.
Do you feel like sometimes when you do comps that you don't trust the leg?
Do
you get nervous, or when you first started, did you have that in your mind?
When I first started,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel the same way as I did when I first did my first comp. So even with the recent nationals, I just have to make sure that I get through my first lift. If I know I can get through my first lift, I can do the whole comp.
That's so good.
Yeah. So I'm always careful what I want to choose to do in terms of sports, but I always have to try to look after my body first
because love that.
Because after the sports can be still here, but I still want to do other things outside of.
For sure. That's so cool, man. Yeah. I love watching your journey. I think it's amazing what you're doing.
It's crazy though.
It's cool. It's very, very cool. And thank you for coming on this platform to speak on what you're doing, because I know you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, very, very uncomfortable, guys.
You're doing really well.
Really?
Yeah. Because what do you do for work?
Currently, man, I don't even have an actual title for it. But like sometimes I'm out with the Briscoe group doing fit outs. Cool. So we travel along like around the country doing fit outs.
Awesome. So you're physically moving as well.
Yeah. That's the hardest part. It's when the projects are in place and we have to go and do their fit outs.
And how long are you away from home for sometimes?
4 weeks.
Wow. So where do you go train when you're out?
That's the problem. I have to like look for gyms when I'm away, so I can prep for a certain concept. Usually I have like
Far out.
Auckland champs in the beginning,
Yeah.
of the year, so it's around about April. So I have to look for a gym when of whether wherever I am, I have to just try
And
look
so,
for a
how
gym.
do you do that? Like, how do you go into a gym for like 4 weeks? Do you have to pay
Um,
something? Like, how does it work?
it depends. You know, I mean, personally, I have nothing against commercial gyms.
Yep, for sure.
Um, and I enjoy going commercial gyms. But the only problem with me training at a commercial gym is that what I do as a sport can like pull a lot of attention when you're in there.
Oh, okay. Because
So
it's not the usual of what
yeah,
people do, eh?
yeah. That's what I mean. So
Hey,
so when I'm traveling,
billboard.
breaking the records.
Campaigns. Commercial, like
No,
commercial
no.
advertisements. That's so funny.
No,
No, but
no.
I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from.
Um,
Because people are like, what's happening over here?
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually so funny.
So I try to find a powerlifting gym, or if not, I'll just ask my coaches. I'm going over here. Do you know if
Do you know
anyone?
anyone? Yeah.
Yeah, and then my coach will be like, check out this. If not, and he says no, then I have to find a commercial gym. So when I do my job in the beginning, and then I have to like miss out the team dinner and stuff because I have to train,
Yeah.
and I just do that when I'm away, and then when it's time for comp, I
Your
fly back.
bosses must love you though, like your discipline and stuff, like
Yeah, no, the
because you
my
want to get the
boss.
job done and then you want to go do your bits and pieces.
Yeah, the boss that I have, like he's always awesome. He's always about family first. Like when I had
Cool.
to come back home from a certain town just because my mom was going through some stuff, oh he'll just put me on first
That's
plane back.
awesome.
So yeah, so when I'm away, I have to find a gym. I don't care what gym it is.
At
It's
least it's
just
just somewhere to train, right?
yeah, just
Yeah.
make sure I get all my numbers and stuff sorted. Funny story, last year, I went to Christchurch and I forgot my swipe here in Auckland.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, oh damn, I
Was this
can't.
for BFT?
No, no. It's for like a commercial gym,
Yeah.
and I called up the gym and I was like, oh, I'm a member. I'm not gonna say the gym, but I forgot my swipe back in
Yeah.
Auckland. Is there anywhere I can
Come
come in
through.
and come through? And oh no, they're just following the policy, so I didn't mind it. They said they can't. They need my actual card. So I was like, all right, all good. So I rang.
Man.
I remember this. I rang Christchurch in the city, and this lovely girl answered the phone, and I told her my situation, and she was so nice. She told me just come in and train,
Oh.
and that for the whole 4 weeks I trained at no pit no charge. Yeah, I trained at that gym for 4 weeks.
Cool.
She didn't let me
That's
pay.
so
She
nice.
didn't let me pay at all.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and that was probably one of my best like
That's good
experiences.
karma.
Yeah, it's like it was my best experience because every time I go to Christchurch, I'll always visit that person.
That's
I
so
was
cool.
always
So,
apart from visiting
so
Lata and stuff.
yeah,
I'll go visit.
yeah.
I always make sure I make some time to go see her because like
That's pretty
that's
cool
four
though.
weeks.
You get to do a bit of traveling for work.
That was 4 weeks, and she let me just
That's so
train,
nice.
and she even like stayed late just to like train with me. And it was like cool as because like she was telling me that there's not many people do what I do.
So she's fascinated by it at the same time. Like in terms of, oh, this is cool.
Again, it comes back down to the whole attention thing.
Yeah.
But she set up the way they set up the gym was that where I was working out, that's pretty much in front of everybody.
Ah, feel special.
No, I hate it. I actually hate it. If I was to be honest, that's why with commercial gyms,
Yeah,
I
but
hate it.
it's like good though. It's good for you to build confidence in what you do.
I'm already.
You're like,
I'm already. The thing is, like
but if
my
you,
confidence is fine. I just don't like people
the
watching.
attention.
Yeah. You know, for
Hey,
me,
I don't like the attention.
I like the attention, but take a photo. Hell no. No, I don't like. See, the thing with me is, I don't like people watching me live. I actually like watching other people live.
Then that's probably what they get from watching you. They're like probably like, this is cool, man.
No, this is cool.
You know what I mean though? They're probably like, wow, this is different.
This is.
I have to admit, I've never watched anyone lift.
No, you know what? The thing is, for me, is like, man, this guy's just greedy with the weight. This guy's a greedy guy. Just turn up and take all the weight.
Well, because you're there for ages.
I know. And
So you're like you're there for ages. They're like, is he gonna give us any weeds? Yeah, I even do extreme hip hop classes. So
what's that?
oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's cardio. It's stepping, but it's like hip hop stepping.
Like on the board?
Yo,
Like what these American guys are doing?
yo,
Oh, true.
you should come to one of our classes.
Oh, yo. I'll
Yo,
probably be uncoordinated, but
yo,
should be fine.
I go out Papatoe. There's
Oh,
Papatoe
dude.
and Glen
Glenn GI.
GI
Oh.
Glen Innes. I was like, should I say it? I was like, do I
Don't
say it?
cut that one. Keep that one in.
Yeah. I was like,
Glenn GI is
Glen
that's
GI.
the trailer. Keep that one. Glenn GI.
I was gonna say Glen Innes, but I was like, just say GI.
Say GI.
Done.
Oh, yes.
But I wanted to speak into like, how's your mum with everything? Like with your
Oh, with my lifting and stuff?
yeah, like what's
She's
her
scared.
yeah.
You know what? My mom's scared only because um when I had my surgery, on my knee, my mom was in so much tears that like she thought that I couldn't walk because
Oh, okay.
I was told that I couldn't walk after
So I feel
because of the damages that I've done to my knee.
so. Did you have to go for a lot of physio?
A lot of
Well, you were out for a year, right?
yeah, I had to go through so
That would
much.
have played a lot of like mind, like your mind would
My
have had a
mind,
million things going.
it was a lot. If I was to like, if I was able to like talk of what I was going through during that time, it would have been a lot. I've been through a lot. Like
But like,
what
what got you through that time? What exactly got you through?
that time was like the outcome of it. Because I remember my mom sitting on my bed and she was just saying like asking how I felt, and I was like, I feel like crap. Like
Yeah, of course.
I've gone from training day to day
So like,
to like
just
nothing
yeah, for
to
sure.
nothing, and like
Did you
it's
feel like you went for a depressed mode?
you go through it. You actually go
Yeah,
through it because the when I was speaking to my physios and the surgeon, he said that you're gonna go through a dark period before it becomes like only because you're so used to be training.
of course.
And it's a I went through my dark phase.
During that dark phase,
Yeah.
what did you like? I just want to understand how you got yourself out of that dark phase.
Um. At the time, I was just like crying. If I was to be honest, I was just like
Yeah,
in
of
tears
course.
because like I want to do stuff, but I can't do stuff.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
when I had my brothers around, he was good. Leo was always good when I was around. He always made sure I was fed and all that stuff. But like mentally, I was just like real distraught.
Yeah,
Because
like
like
who would you talk to though? Well, like what was your
I did it.
release?
Oh no, but the release, my mom was always there.
So you just always had those
I
conversations.
always
I
told her.
love that.
I always told my mom how I felt, and it's like she felt so sad.
Such a deep connection to their kids. They
Yeah,
just know,
yeah, they
you know,
do.
they just know. And it's times like that where you realize how everything that your parents say is so the truth,
Oh, I know.
right? But like, you know, when you're growing up, you're just a bot, say, like,
Yeah,
and
you're
that's
right.
all of us.
You think
Yeah,
you're
you
the
think you're
man.
invincible and you think that you know everything. And then the moment something,
Hits you.
yo, and you're
You're
just
dead.
like, mom, right? You're like, dad,
Yeah,
mom, like, you know, they're like the world is within your parents.
yeah. That's what got me through. It's just my talking to my mom,
Oh,
or
I love
just being
that.
able to talk.
Yeah, of
You know, it's like
course.
just trying to keep myself
But that's
busy.
it. That's why I wanted to know, like, how did you get yourself out of? Because not everyone has like a mum to talk to, or
Yeah,
you
that's the
know.
yeah.
So, like, what are some of the things that people could do? Like, there is like those counseling places you can call, and you don't have to like
Mm,
nobody anonymous calls and
yeah.
stuff. But like, did you write, or we just was just mummy,
Nah,
just every?
just talk. And I had like I have 5 friends in my circle, in my deep circle.
That's all you need.
Um,
Five
I
or
spoke
less.
I spoke to them, and it's just all the boys. I just spoke to them about it, and they just made sure I was okay. Came over, dropped some stuff over when I was like still on bed rest, and
Did
that's
you
all.
just like watch a whole lot of Netflix when you're
You
bed
know what?
rest?
At the time,
Yo,
everyone was talking about Games of Thrones.
Did you? Oh my god! Did you watch every season?
I watched the whole thing
How was it?
until I
You know what's really funny? I've never watched it.
oh, you're not missing much then.
Oh, okay, cool.
I watched the a whole thing up to season 8, and by the time I got to season 8, I was fully recovered.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, you know what?
Well, that's something to remember.
Yeah, I watched the whole of Games of Thrones at home.
Wow,
Don't
but at
ask me
least
about
you had something.
the characters' names because I forgot. I just know the
You
girl with the
watched
dragons.
everything.
Yeah, I watched that.
And so, like, that dark period was just so mum.
Yeah,
Mum was the
I
light
was
in it all,
happy.
eh?
Yeah, so my mom, my mates. No, the Game of Thrones started when I started to
To come
realize.
out of that dark
Yeah,
period.
yeah, the
And
Games
you
of
were like,
Thrones.
okay, now I need to focus. I need to get something
Yeah,
to just like get my mind off it.
yeah, it was good because when the boys said that like you're only gonna get stronger once you start doing
Of
things about it.
course.
So
So
after
your
that dark period,
mindset was
yeah.
like, yo,
So after that dark period, I went and then all I needed to do was um the workouts that was given to me, which is like a boring workout. So it's just
yeah.
leg raises and all that stuff. I started doing those a lot, and when I realized that I can walk after I've been told I can't walk, that's when
A
I
glimmer
started.
of light came.
Yeah, that's when I started driving, and then like 6 months post op, I was able to run.
Wow.
And I said to my with the damages that I've done to my knee, they said that I shouldn't be running at that.
And now you're just like, you're on it.
Beautiful.
Like nobody's business.
Nope.
I feel like that's why I think I've come to understand why you do cardio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
I feel like it's just something that the momentum of what you went through and just knowing that your body is still able to do what it does gives you the
It actually
motivation.
does.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
listening to your whole story,
yeah.
I think that's where cardio plays into this
Mm,
whole. That's gangster.
yeah. I know. But that's why like that's why I always need to take care of your body. If you are gonna be training and stuff, make sure you take your recoveries, everything. Whether it's swimming or sauna, ice bath, stretches is good.
Have you done
Mobility.
ice baths?
Yeah,
Okay, share because I want to try ice bath.
that's easy as.
But like, what's the vibe? Like, what do you feel? Like, it just looks so cold.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
so we
But I
do.
know it's
So I did
mentally
a
good.
so when I do ice bath, I do hot and colds. So these are spa next to it. So you
Doesn't it sting the body? I don't know. I'm just asking you.
no. So when I jump into the ice bath, you're like
So
really cold.
how long are you in the ice bath
Oh,
for?
a minute.
Okay. A
So
minute. That's so
30
long.
seconds. I'll go underwater.
Yeah. Oh.
Honestly, you can just like when you go underwater, you only can hear your heartbeat. Like distribute the blood around your body to try and warm it up.
Is that why it's so good to do ice baths?
Beautiful.
Before we shut off from our conversation, but
Mhm.
firstly, thank you so much for coming through.
So
Had a
good.
great convo with you. What's kept you going? What is a quote, a saying, a slogan that's like pushed you through to right now?
Consistencies, and it's like I picked that up from the Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
Kobe's like he's always consistent. He'll just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting to perfect that craft. It's the same thing that I use to apply to my lifting. If my craft is not perfected, like there's no point of me doing it.
For sure.
So I just got to keep practicing,
So
keep lifting.
consistency is key.
Yeah,
I totally believe in that.
yeah. That's like anyone can lift, and I tell that to every class that I teach. Anyone can lift.
You teach classes?
Yeah.
Ah, he teaches classes, guys. A man of all things.
Yeah. So when I teach like when I recently just teached I was teaching BFT Pepatoi
Cool.
with the 3 lifts.
Because I saw you at BFT in Pepatoi, so that's
Yeah.
why you were there.
Yeah, I was teaching the class.
Cool.
Um, I always tell them that anyone can lift. You can lift. All my job is to show you how to do it safely.
So
But
anyone, I could lift.
yeah, you can lift, but I wouldn't change I wouldn't change your form. I would just adjust it.
Oh, okay. Hear that?
I just
Adjust
adjust it.
it.
Yeah, I'll just adjust it because remember, with lifting, our bodies are different. So
I have
somebody
never
shorter,
lifted in my whole life.
did you lift a box?
Yeah.
I'll show you a different way of lifting it. See, same thing.
Oh,
But that's what I mean. Like
fascinating.
when I do teach stuff, I always tell them that my job is to just try help,
Enhance your.
like to just adjust your form
Okay.
for you to
That's
be
cool, man.
better at the lift. And the key thing is being consistent on that form when the weights increase. So when it keeps increasing, your form has to be on point.
Oh my
So the
goodness.
famous words that my coach always says to us: lift it like it's 400.
Whew! There's
And
like lifted like there's 6 people up in there.
he doesn't care what the weight is. If the weight is like 15 kgs on the bar, lift it like it's 400. That's all he says.
Man, I don't even know. Oh man. I've tried to do a lifting. What a joke, eh?
No, I'm serious. It doesn't matter.
Well, see, guys, if you are interested in lifting, anything is possible, right?
Nah, it is.
It's
It is. Anything is possible.
totally. All right,
Because
then. Well, thank you so much for coming through.
all good.
I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. And yeah, we will see you next week, same time, 5 p.m. on Sunday with IME with AMP. Have a fantastic evening, family. Bye.
5 p.m. Eastern Time, Western Time, Australian Time, and the other time.
Always that one guy.